Three, two, one.
Here we go!
Ahoy, friends. It's me, Dave Landau. After a long night on stage, I like to kick back with a captain's hat and a fine cigar and watch the Dennis and Andy show. These guys are huge nerds, but they're the kind that you actually want to hang out with. Enjoy them. I do.
Ahoy. Ahoy, Dennis.
Ahoy and chips a matey.
That's right. And Hyper Kaiju, yo, hail, and all that fun stuff. And everybody, welcome to a special pop-in edition of the Dennis and Andy Show. That's right, we're popping in. We were at XCon in Myrtle Beach over the weekend. And while I wasn't drawing or sketching or signing books, I had to buy a couple things. And you know, this guy, Dennis, is always buying stuff at cons. He got a bigger haul than I did, but I picked up a couple cool books as well. So there you go.
Yes, it was good. So this was the rejuvenated, brand new XCon. Brad and Jen picked it up, and they're revitalizing XCon in Myrtle Beach. So this was the, I guess, the first foray into the brand new one. So it was definitely worth going. Hopefully it all worked out. It seemed like I know we had a blast there. We had an absolute blast.
Well, Bud Root was sitting next to me. Greg Bo Watson was on the other side. So, of course, two fine gentlemen that we both know. So that was always fun hanging out. We stayed at a nice condo resort. Nice room right on the beach, so you could go out on the balcony and overlook and see the ocean. So that was nice. The convention center was nice. It was roomy, lots of variety and dealers besides comic book dealers. And the crowds looked pretty good. I actually did 2 Swamp Thing head sketches. I can almost say that in my entire career, my entire 31-year career, I've probably only done maybe 1 Swamp Thing head sketch. And then this weekend, I get 2 separate customers, don't know each other, and they each want a Swamp Thing head sketch. So that was cool. Joe Bernardo.
Joe's in the house.
Hello. Hyper Kaiju. That's right. I love the Swamp Thing. So it was fun to do. I was actually hoping one of them would go for the full figure because it would have been fun to do a full figure Swamp Thing as well. But they didn't. They just went for the head. So that's fine.
But the one couple, they had a really cool, they were the owners of the Swamp Thing car.
Yeah. Dodge Challenger 2017, I believe. Dodge Challenger. Very Swamp Thing looking green. They were telling me that was the only year that Dodge put out that type of green for a paint style. They had it all Swamp Thing up. Very beautiful car. So that was very cool to meet them and see them as well. Should have gone Swamp Thing versus Werewolf Classic. Yeah, that's true. It is. But they weren't looking to spend too much. I think that's why they went for the head sketch. So, hey.
But they both turned out cool. And literally, Andy just handed the first couple their Swamp Thing, and then the next couple came up and said, "Hey, got interested in Swamp Thing." I'm like, wow, 10 minutes sooner and you could have saw the other one.
I know. And the fun thing is, after they walked away, Dennis looked at me and said, "You know what I want from you? Your man thing." And I was like, whoa, save it for the room tonight, big guy, when the wives can get involved.
Oh, Andy. It is a good thing my wife did not hear that. I think she'd get in the car, drive over there, walk up to your office, and slap you right in the head.
Smack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a great weekend. It really was. Bud and it was great to hang out with. I mean, we laughed a lot. Greg Bow being on the other guy, it was on the other side. It was just hilarious. He was great to talk to.
All right. Well, I tell you what, since you got more books than I did, you can kick it off.
You know what? I'll kind of build up to the
Oh.
to the biggie for last. So let's do something that you all know I've been kind of picking up, and I'll do a twofer right there.
Oh, a
Booking
twofer.
records. Couple
Oh,
of the
look at
Space
that.
1999. So the cool thing about this convention was because it wasn't just a comic book convention, they had in a different group of dealers. The bad part about the weekend was XCon was set up really well, but you had MegaCon down in Florida, which really sucks the air out of a lot of stuff, and a lot of dealers go down there. And then you had Asheville to the north of it, which was a pure comic book show, so a lot of the big comic guys went there. So that gave us an opportunity to meet some new comic book dealers that were there, and it was cool. So
Yeah.
I did a fair amount of shopping. Mario was there, of course. Love buying from Mario, so big shout out to Mario's Comics. But come on, Space 1999 booking records. I can't wait to have a little time to sit here and do these.
Joe Bernardo says, how has the con circuit been? I mean, I haven't been to too many, but it's been nice. Every one we go to, the next one is small
Hickory.
one-day show called, well, it's not small. I take that back. I shouldn't have said that. It's actually not small. It's a fairly good-sized show in Hickory, North Carolina, June 4th. After that is Heroes Con. That's kind of like the big kickoff one for me. And then after Heroes Con, we'll just, Roanoke, Virginia, Big Lick in August. First weekend in August. So it's been pretty good.
Yeah, most of them have been very well attended. I can tell people are out and getting about. Very few masks in the house, so people are very comfortable, and it shows. People are turning up. Now realize it was a really beautiful weekend, so we still got people to walk into the door and stay inside versus hang out on the beach.
It was a great weekend. The only thing is we had to get the bat. Hold on. My daughter is always bugging me. We must have brought the bad weather back because yesterday was torrential. Today it's just overcast. But we're here to talk about comics. The first book I got, Rise of the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider number 28. Here's the big kick in the pants behind this one. Who knew within recent years this book would go up in value? I sure didn't, because if I did, I never would have got rid of the original one that I bought off the shelf. But I love this book because it's Andy Kubert pencils, Joe Kubert on inks, so father and son working together. I remember when this came out and just really dug it. This is the second one I own now because I bought one at a con a few months ago that was still in its poly bag. So, that one's worth more, but I want to get this one because it wasn't super expensive and I can actually bust it open and read it. So that's one out of the two I got. Hyper's like, never get rid of your comics. I know, I'm learning. I have been buying some things back, but not a ton, but I have been buying some things back. So
I have learned that mistake too, and it's very sad.
So now it's your turn.
Uh-oh. I saw in my alert, Jean Grey will no longer be going by Marvel Girl. She's only going to be going by Jean Grey unless she is possessed by Phoenix. Oh, well. I'm actually at the point where I don't care anymore. With all the new announcements that X-Men have been putting out, the interviews with the current writers basically saying we don't care about writing the X-Men. I'm glad I am out. I am going back and I'm just dealing with I'll get the statue, the big sideshow statue that's coming out. And I'll go back and pick up any cool old stuff. I got Greg Bo Watson. I commissioned him to do a Dark Phoenix. So on a blank, so that I can put it up next to Andy's and Bud's and Bart Sears and Lance's. And so anyway, I'll be adding to that at some point. So that was cool. But I am not going to worry about the new books. I don't care anymore. I'm done with them. I'm done with Marvel for the most part, and that includes even most of the TV stuff. We'll watch it for you guys.
Okay, we'll show something.
Oh, well, this is not Marvel related. Oh yeah, Mario had a couple of those. I got oh, that was the wrong one. That's okay. I'll come back to the Star Trek one.
Oh my God!
Dang it! They were right next to each other. Buck Rogers. I've been slowly trying to pick up the Gold Key Whitman Buck Rogers. It's just really shiny here. So these were a couple of classic issues that I needed. So this show for me was basically just filler. But I mean, I do love the tales of this. The first few were from the TV show, the covers and stuff, but no, love them.
Cool. Hold on. Ugh. Very cool. Okay, well, you should keep go a couple more because I've got one book left. So
well, then I might as well just pull out. These are what I thought I had. 2 classic Star Treks. There we go.
Nice.
Got that one, and then look at that shot of the Enterprise.
The tail end, the part you love looking at, the best one, the Enterprise and women.
The tailpipes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
the backside.
You know, I'm slowly getting to the point. These were issues 46 and 55. There aren't many of the high numbers that I need. There aren't many, period. I'm really getting down to the nitty gritty.
Oh wow! Look at that.
I know.
Then you'll have a complete run. I
know. Kind of excited about that. I mean, that's literally business. Is that based on the Jill Gerard? They did the covers for it, and it kind of is, yes. They did bring them out, and I think it's the first 3 or 4 in the run were covers directly taken from the Buck Rogers TV show. Dennis likes big nacelles, and he can't lie. That was wrong. Nacelles. We got
it's more like this. Dennis like big nacelles, and he cannot lie. No other brother can deny. When the Starship Enterprise is flying away, check out those nacelles. Blah blah blah. Whatever. All right.
At least you know they're nacelles.
Go ahead and show it, Dennis.
All right. So I wound up. This is one of the few higher numbered Iron Mans that I needed. I have found it a couple of times, but it's literally been a rat book. So for whatever reason, I finally found a decent a copy of 117. And then another high number one that I needed was 71. Again, another one, for whatever reason, I couldn't find it in decent shape. So this one wasn't great, but I finally got it more of a placeholder, but just filling in a couple more of those old Iron Man runs.
Fill them in, baby. And the only other book I got cost me not too bad. It wasn't too bad, but a little X-Men number 100 right here. X-Men 100. Oh yeah, baby, right there. I dig X-Men stuff, of course. I don't have obviously nearly as much as Dennis. I like key issues like 100, 125, 150, 175, things like that. And but I've always liked this one. Dave Cockrum did the pencils and inks on it all by him little self, and the art's great. There's a nice 2-page spread inside of it with a cool main character kind of down the center, looking tough with his arms out and whatnot. So yeah, so now I need to pick up Classic X-Men number 8, I believe. So I have the nice reprint that I can look at anytime because I won't be opening this one too much. I've looked at it here. And there you go. So that was my big one right there.
Defender again. filling in my Defenders run. We did have, Mario and I had a truly wonderful conversation about 2001 A Space Odyssey, followed by 2010 because my kids hated the movie and I made them watch it and they wouldn't read the book. And what I didn't know, and maybe you guys knew this, there was a third one. Was it 2061? What? There was a third one. I never knew they did a third one.
Oh, how could you not
number
know?
64. Look at that. Some good old Valkyrie, some Falcon floating in there. I mean, I do love the Defenders. I am finally finishing them up. This one wasn't a very good copy, but I'll call it a filler in right now. Just need to fill in a few of the holes.
Nice.
And then I got, and you know, one of these days when Bob's at one of the shows, I will probably pick out a few of my favorite books of him and go in and have Bob sign something, because unlike some people, I know I don't mind having my book signed if it's somebody I like.
Oh, you're talking about Aaron Lepresti. I
might be. So another old cap that I needed to fill in. So, yep, this was great. And then another one.
Oh, I love that one. I have that one. That's the retelling of his origin. That's a great one.
It is. It is. And
yeah, that's a really
this
good
is
one.
Just a good one. It was in solid shape, so that was kind of a no-brainer for me. And then we move over to, again, what I'm filling in, trying to finish off my Captain Marvel.
I've got that whole run.
Look at that, as if you didn't. So, yeah, not a bad one, but for the grand finale.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. You know what? While you're talking about that, I'm going to look because I'm very curious. That's a 5.5. I'm curious what the condition of mine is.
Oh, Andy's thinking about it. So I finally found one that was reasonably priced. For whatever reason, people at the show with this book, they've been putting ridiculously overpriced, stupid prices on them. And I can see it because they've been going home with them. Overall, the condition is solid. You know, while it's only a 5.5, and I say only, it's a very clean-looking book. You know, I enjoyed the look of this book. So I know Andy's got one, so he'll let me just read his whenever I want to. But no, overall, that was my big book. This is the one. I spent a fair chunk of change at this show. You never know what you're going to find, but I'm almost done with the Captain Marvel. Oh yeah, that was my Doctor Strange in the Multiverse cup that I got from going to see it the second time.
Mine looks like it could be about that same thing. So,
Joe wants to know why Aaron doesn't like having his book signed.
Is that a burn issue of Captain America? No, it's not. I think it's open it up. I think it's Sal Buscema. If not, maybe George Tuska. Aaron does not like having his book signed on the cover. I don't think he minds signatures on the inside, but he specifically told me before I mailed out his first man, don't sign that cover. So I didn't. And speaking of which, as soon as we're done, I've got to get back to autographing. That's right. First mans are here. They're going out. So if you haven't got yours yet, there's a link in the description below. Go back it now and choose between this beautiful cover by me or the variant by Bart Sears, or you can get both. So please go check that out.
Steve Englehart wrote it. Sal Buscema did the art. Frank McLaughlin did the inking. And Gene Izzo did the letters.
I knew it. I knew it. So there you go. Good stuff.
That was it. I wound up not buying any of the toys Courtney walked around and she found some Starship Enterprises for me. They're the old dinky ones, and they were all right.
She tried. She goes out of her way for you, and you just
She
called
did
her
better than
stinky.
you did. She at least knew what they were and where they were. And at the end, she goes, "Look, come here, come here." So she took me all the way around and took me right in there. And I'm looking. I've already been in the booth. They're the little dinky die-cast metal ones. And sure enough, they have the Klingon and the Enterprise. He wanted $20 a piece on them. They're just not great representations. They're old. They're kind of classic. I don't know. I just don't feel the need in my collection for them.
I don't feel the need for speed.
But that I will this week, because we are going to go see Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick this Friday, 3 p.m. We'll be there. Will you?
Well, we are, Andy and Courtney are coming over tomorrow. We're going to be doing the live stream from my place tomorrow, because as soon as we're done, we're watching 4K original Top Gun, getting prepped for the movie.
That's right. All right, guys, we just want to do a quick pop in, and I say we did. If my wife's definition of quick pop in was 20 minutes, she'd be really happy. So.
Oh, wow. Yes, it's. Oh, you mean she likes it drawn out versus the 20 seconds? Got it.
No, she doesn't. That's my point.
Oh, that's your point. So, hey, Joe, I'm going to shoot something by you a little later today, so I'll message you.
All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with special guest J.C. Vaughn. He has a book on Indiegogo, Al Capone, Vampire Hunter. You can go to Indiegogo, type that in and see it. It looks pretty fun. You should back it. And he'll be on the show tomorrow at 5 p.m. so we can talk to him about Al Capone, Vampire Hunter for Hire. And until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.